Do you want to increase your productivity and or the productivity of your business? I'm talking about committing less time, less effort, but increasing revenues and increasing productivity. Of course you do. We all do. Well, let me tell you what it's going to take. It's going to take you to simplify your life and the world around you. Listen, I struggled with this for so long because my life was so devastating. I mean, my mom disowning me, couldn't please her any way, shape, or form. I had so much hurt, pain, loneliness growing up that I just knew it was more to life. I just knew it was a brigade coming to save me. I just knew I was getting dealt another hand eventually. But here's the hard truth, people. You have to play the cards that you've been dealt. But here's the great news. You have the best hand to win. And let me tell you how. There's 4 steps that I'm going to give you that's going to increase your productivity and your business productivity. The first step is this. You have to become real, honest, and accept your strengths and your weaknesses. For many reasons. The first being this. The worst form of deception is self-deception. Also, weaknesses are only weaknesses because we're in denial of them. Once you accept your weaknesses, then you're able to put yourself in the best position for success. What does that mean? It means that you're able to position yourself accordingly so you're not negatively affected by your weaknesses. So that's step number 1. Acknowledge and accept your strengths and weaknesses. Step number 2. You gotta become organized. And along with organization is prioritize. See, organization is God's plan to simplify your life. The more organized you are, the simpler your life becomes. And then priorities are so important because you have to know what to go at, what to target, what's more important, and what's less important. You ever get your credit fixed and you talk to the credit advisor and they tell you if you have 3 credit cards that's outstanding, just pay the minimum balance on the 2 highest amounts, but the lowest amount of debt owned, accelerate that pay until it's paid off. See, that's sound advice teaching you how to prioritize so that you can put yourself and your life in the best possible position for success. Well, that same concept you have to transfer to every aspect of your life. Number 3, you gotta become totally comfortable problem solving. I'm not talking about for a period of time, I'm talking for the rest of your life. And I'm not talking about solving other people's problems. Look at you, you do this wrong, or look at you, you do that. No. Solve your own problems. You have to be a great problem solver for you. And once you solve your problems enough, the world will make room to put you in a better position. It all starts with you. Martin Luther King has a saying, if you still think the same way at 40 as you do at 20, you've just wasted 20 years of your life. You know what that means? It means you gotta find new problems. When I say problem solve your life, if you're still problem solving the same problems you were solving years ago, you're hustling backwards. The objective is to get new problems to solve, because if you're solving new problems, that means you're growing. That means you're productive. And number 4, give yourself permission to take breaks, to regroup. Case in point, I work out almost every day. And sometimes, as you know, if you work out also, we're our worst critic. We're hard on ourselves, especially when we miss days or weeks or even months perhaps of working out. But look at what happens when you do take a break. Once you get back in the gym, You're stronger. Your body's more defined. And you got more endurance. You know why? Because you have to give yourself a break. You got to give yourself room to regroup and come back bigger, faster, and stronger. Case in point, I go as hard as anybody. Nobody can outwork me because nothing else matters to me except for closing the deal. I'm results oriented as great as they come. Sleep, food, none of that matters. It's all about getting it done. So I had to force myself to give myself breaks. And what I found is that every 3 to 4 months, I experienced burnout. So I had to give myself permission to take breaks. Now, what does that break look like for me? It doesn't mean I need a vacation. It doesn't mean I do nothing for a couple days. Absolutely not. It simply means that I give myself permission not to go as hard for a couple days in order to regroup and come back bigger, faster, and stronger. So there you have it. 4 steps to increasing your productivity and or the productivity of your business. Step 1, you must acknowledge and accept your strengths and your weaknesses. Step 2, you must become more organized as well as prioritized. Step 3, you gotta become comfortable from now to the rest of your life with being a problem solver. And the source of your problems to solve is you. And number 4, you gotta give yourself permission to take breaks, regroup, and come back bigger, faster, and stronger. Let me tell you something. I don't know if anybody told you today, but I am here to tell you, you were born to be great. So you go out there and you demonstrate your greatness. There's nobody greater than you. Listen, the great mind is the mind that can simplify all things. God bless me with a great mind. Have a great evening.